So what I think about Carmelo Anthony getting in the Hall of Fame, I think it's fitting that he is. I mean, he's got stats. You know, he was like a precursor to KD and Dirk. He could score. The guy had incredible range, very talented dude. It's just that he played for 2080 teams and you kind of lost track of what it was. His Nugget era was his best, and whether he want to hear it or not, George Carr was his best head coach. That was the best as good as it got. He got to New York and he did good, but I always said if he had been a cherry picker, gone somewhere like Memphis, gone somewhere to Chicago and Joakim Noah and were begging him to come with Derrick Rose and team up, they might have gotten to a finals. Because he ended up being a cherry picker his last few years. Do you remember half the teams he played for? He's with OKC and Houston and the Lakers and Portland. And he was just stat padding. When he got his 25,000 point, it was like a pretty much a Randy Watson clap. You've seen Coming to America, you know the reference. That's kind of how it was. He played about 3 or 4 years too long, and he's just like he was stat padding, you know. So it's a shame too, because this dude should have had a better resume, even better. That's a classic example of underachieving. This dude had a sweet shot, physical, strong, but he just didn't get all of it out of him. And that's the sad part. When he was in college, he balled with the Orangemen. I remember with Syracuse. I remember his block. He was really the rookie of the year too. You know, but Detroit didn't want to touch him, and he went to Denver, which was a smart move. Now, see, this is the problem with Carmelo. He used to wear number 15. Noah wears 15. Jokic wears 15 in Denver, and Jokic is already more legendary than Melo. That's the sad reality. That's the sad reality of it all. Another guy got your number and he was a better player than you, and you didn't get the totality out of what you put in. You got to one Western Conference Finals. Postseason wasn't memorable. It was a tough dude, could play, but he just didn't put it all into it. That's a shame. When people ask about people that underachieve, this is what I talk about. I don't talk about guys that's got multiple rings. Yeah, if you won rings, you probably could win more, but I'm talking about the cats that didn't, especially when they had a prolific career and they were noticeable. That's the ones that are frustrating. So that's how I look at it. So yeah, he's in the hall, but it could have been so much more. Could have been, excuse me, could have been way better, way way better. You know, and we never got the whole, the whole thing of Carmelo. And it's like congratulations, but it's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of like, yeah, could have been more though. It's one of those guys that's kind of frustrating, you know, because you kind of look at him and think to yourself, man, you know. And he retired. He wasn't that far from passing Shaq on all time scoring list, but he did everybody a favor, and he would have been one of those polarizing cats if he had gotten a 30,000. What would have been like? So he's kind of like a lot of people kind of forget the last few years of his career, but he had a dynamic start. It's just that he made himself a man for hire, and it was too late. You know, what it would have been like if he'd came to Miami with LeBron and played with D Wade and Bosh. He one of those guys that a ring on his resume, and with all his gold medal, everything he did. So congratulations, but he does have like almost an asterisk. You always, but Carmelo, you say congratulations, but you always got that but, because it could have been more. But anyway, tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay woke. Stay free. And more peace.